So you've got a website up and running. You've got a newsletter up and running. You've just got one problem. You don't have any of those visitors to your website subscribing to your newsletter. So how do you go about getting your visitors to go from, well, just visiting your site to opting into your newsletter? Well, this used to be as simple as putting a little box on your website that said, sign up for our free newsletter. And if you did that, people would sign up eagerly. Unfortunately, those days are well behind us. You see, people used to think it was cool to get email, but now we all get bombarded with so much spam and commercial emails that, well, we're just not going to easily part with our email address anymore. So the next logical step was to start asking people to opt in and offering them a bribe to do so, perhaps with a free report, free chapters from an ebook, videos, or even podcasts. Essentially, you gave them something of value in exchange for their valuable email address. But are you ready for some more bad news? Yeah, people are so skeptical now that even if you promise to give them something of value for their email address, they're still reluctant to give it to you. Now, this is likely due to people having, tried this method before, and they got some crappy report that, they wouldn't have even, it wasn't worth the email address they gave you just to get it, so it wasted their time. Now, since asking them to opt in doesn't work as well, and bribing them doesn't work as well as it used to, well, are we just supposed to give up and say, forget about building a list, it's not worth it? Well, no. What you need to do is you need to prove yourself first. Give people some valuable content before you ask them for their email address. Now that can be as simple as writing just great articles or blog posts on your site, recording videos, or doing free podcasts that provide value for the visitor, even if they don't opt in. Essentially what you're doing is what the well-known internet marketer John Reese calls a reverse squeeze page. Now I'll admit that I've been using these for a couple of years now, even though I didn't know they had such a fancy name like reverse squeeze page. I just thought it was a good way to get people to opt in on sites where pretty much I provided just a lot of content. And what I found out was that as long as the quality of the content was good, people did opt in. Keep in mind, however, that if your site is crap, well, then people aren't so likely to opt in because they think that, well, the site is crap, so the email I'm going to get from him is probably going to be crap too. So reverse squeeze pages don't work if you have crappy content. Now, if you want to see a reverse squeeze page in action, just go to visit my snake site. It's boatips.com. And just see how I provide content on the article pages before I ask anybody to opt in and subscribe to my newsletter. Now, one of my favorite ways for implementing this is to offer a free report on the bottom of an article or blog post. And I say, opt in, get my free report, and then I will send you the free report for your email address. So they've seen great content from me. I offer them a free report so they get more great stuff. So they think it's going to be great because they saw it already. And you know what? Once I start emailing them, I don't start pitching them right away either. I send them that free report I promised. Then I follow up with them, and if I do have anything to promote, I'm making sure I provide a lot of valuable content in that email before I ever get around to asking them to buy anything that I recommend. You see, if all you're doing is promoting and promoting and promoting through your email, when people get mail from you, they're just going to delete it. They're going to ignore it because, well, they know it's just going to be some other sales pitch, and that, well, there's really no value in there for them to read it. So give this a try for yourself. See how the reverse squeeze page can really boost your opt-in rates again and start making you more money. I'm Gary Ruplinger. Thanks for watching this MarketingEffects.com video.